Naruto Uzumaki.
Me, or I think she like me. Molly rocks in my green tea. Pussy boy, get out my way. I'll run up that jet before I run any face.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His footstands, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he ooh-woos, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
Taking a chance because I like you a lot, so give it a shot. Give it all that I got.
La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-dee. Suddenly you call my name and I lose my brain and I float up to the moon.
I got the ribbon, fuck your feelings. The way she took my soul, I need some spiritual healing. Grab the ribbon, fuck your feelings. The way she took my soul, I need some spiritual healing.
They tell me I'm so humble, I say I'm turning red. They let me lie to them and don't feel like they do misled. They give so much to me, I'm losing touch, get me? Served on a silver platter, ask for seconds, they just let me. They tell me I'm a god.
Bring the action.
When you have us in the club, you're gonna turn the shit up. You're gonna turn the shit up. You're gonna turn the shit up. When we up in the club.
If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. You can call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Mr. Lover, lover, now Mr. Lover, lover, girl. Mr. Lover, lover, now Mr. Lover, lover. She call me Mr. Boom Boom.
Ooh, mistletoe, I'm so happy I could eat you up, I really could. You know what I'd like to do, mistletoe? What I dream, if the business says it's good, where I'd really like to go in a year or so.
All our promises, be us against the world.
About me, 'cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Take me to church, I was like a dog at the side of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that endless.
Switching in positions for you, cooking in the kitchen and I'm in a better room. I don't need a lift, they say I'm coming through holes. All my love infinite, nothing I would
sunrise.
Do you style your hair the same way every day? Well, there's an urban legend about a woman who always wore her hair in a bun, but for her this habit would lead to something terrifying. This woman loved wearing her hair in a bun, but she might have taken it a bit too far. She didn't want to style her hair differently or even take out her bun to clean her hair. Whenever she took a shower, she would just wear a shower cap to make sure the water didn't mess up her bun. At night, she would sleep with a towel around her hair so the bun didn't move. After a while, she had to put hairspray in it to mask the smell. Then her scalp started feeling itchy, so she would put more hairspray in it. Even when the itching got intense, she just applied more hairspray. But her husband finally found out about how bad the situation had gotten when he woke up one day and his wife was still asleep. He tried to wake her up, but she wouldn't move. She had died in the middle of the night. The husband called the police, fearing that something unusual might have happened. But when her body was examined, they finally took out her bun. Inside her hair, they found something terrifying. They found a huge spider had gotten into her hair, made a nest, and laid eggs. When the baby spiders hatched, they bit through her skull and ate her brain. If a website ever asks you these questions, don't do what she did. Once there was a girl named Masha who heard that there's a new service that gives everyone free internet access, so she decided to use it, but this would lead to something horrifying for Masha and her family. After she connected to this internet service, a web page popped up asking her to register some information, but the questions were oddly personal. It asked, what's your usual mode of transportation? With a photo of a bus, a boat, a train, and a plane. Masha took her bike to school every day, so she clicked on the train instead. But the next day, the local news showed that there was a horrific train crash that killed everyone on board. Masha thought that this was a coincidence, but soon she'd realized that she made a deadly mistake. Later, she needed to use the internet again, so she logged back in. This time it asked, what kind of home do you live in? Along with 4 different pictures of different types of homes. She clicked apartment even though her and her family lived in a house. And the next day, the apartment building near her school burned down. The police suspected arson. Then she went back to the internet server one last time, but this time it showed a photo of her mother, father, sister, and herself with the question, who is your favorite family member? This is why you should always pay attention to details. A woman was brushing her hair when she found a little bump at the back of her head, so she called her husband to have him check it out for her. He said it looks like a button. It's small, round, hairless, and flat at the top. He joked around it with her, asking, what do you think would happen if I pressed it? Then he did, and the woman instantly leaned up and gave him a kiss. Then the husband kept pressing it as a joke, but something went wrong. It seemed like he pressed it all too many times, and a cool numbness spread down the woman's neck, around her arms and her legs. Her eyes automatically shut and her vision went black. A while later, the woman woke up and learned that she had fainted. The husband kept apologizing with tears in his eyes as if it was all his fault. Eventually, they both went about their lives and tried to forget about this incident, but the woman just couldn't, because afterwards, she came across a photo of her family in the living room. It was a photo of her and her husband's wedding propped up on a ceramic urn. She looked closer at the photo of her own face. She's smiling as if she's the happiest girl in the world, but there's a small scar under her left eyebrow, a scar that she now didn't have.